Hi everyone! Today, let's talk about the verb for to do or to make in French. Faire. And that's a good verb because faire is very common. It's used in many typical and idiomatic French expressions. And it can also easily replace many other verbs. So let's see that together. We'll start with the conjugation of faire in present tense and how you can easily remember the conjugation. And then we'll see the useful French expressions with faire. So, to do or to make. Elle fait. Il fait. On fait. So that can seem a bit weird the first time, but AI sounds E or E. So look at that magic trick. If you replace the I by a C, you get a fact in English, because fait and fact have the same root. A fact is something that has been done. It's done. It's a fact. You also have the factory, so the place where people make things. Computers, tractors, smartphones, etc. And that's how you can remember fait from the fact. Then we have je fais, tu fais. So here we see the very common French pattern of silent letters S, S, T. So these letters are silent because they are consonants at the end of a word and they are not activated by an E. And that silent pattern, S, S, T, is really important because we see it all the time in French. And another classic pattern is when you have that E with I, je fais. Then with D, you often have the sound on. Ils font. Elles font. On. O-N-T, and the T is silent. And now, what about the plural you? Vous faites. So it's one of the very few exceptions where you don't have EZ at the end of the verb with vous. And here, the AI sounds E, like with the infinitive form. Faire, vous faites. Whereas for the singular pronouns that we've seen, it sounds fait. But that particular pronunciation, fait, is unstable, even among people who speak what is regarded as standard French. So you can say fait like me or fait. Both are correct. But anyway, you really say vous faites. And fun fact, fête sounds like the party. La fête. So you can keep in mind the sentence vous faites la fête to help you to remember vous faites. And then we have the very formal oui. Nous faisons. So that's very surprising and weird. But AI sounds E only with nous. Nous faisons. So let's see some useful and idiomatic French expressions with faire. First, concerning the weather. Il fait froid dehors. Il fait chaud dedans. Il fait chaud à l'intérieur. And we use the same logic to say it's a nice day, the weather is good. Il fait beau. Now, faire is also used a lot for describing behaviors. faire un effort. Je fais un effort pour arriver à l'heure. Faire semblant de. Vous faites semblant de travailler. Ils font semblant de dormir. Faire attention à. On fait attention à ne pas se tromper. Elles font attention à la marche. And there are also many uses of faire for activities. Faire les courses. Il fait les courses. Faire les soldes. On fait les soldes. Faire la cuisine. Vous faites la cuisine. Faire le ménage. On fait le ménage. Faire du sport. Tu fais du sport? Quel sport tu fais? But then, for any specific sport, that's an example where you can replace a verb, any verb actually, by faire. So you can say je joue au basket. But it's a bit more common to say je fais du basket. Elle fait du foot. And that's the same with music. Faire de la musique means to play music. Elles font de la musique. But then, what's going on with any specific instrument? Well, you can say je joue du saxophone. But you can also say je fais du saxophone. So you are not making or building a saxophone. You're really playing. But in French, you often use faire. Elle fait de la guitare. Il fait du piano. And actually that works with most arts, like faire de la peinture. On fait de la peinture. Faire du théâtre. Elles font du théâtre. And you can use faire for very general meanings. Like for instance, I'll do it. Je vais le faire. So if someone asks you, can you write an email? Or can you open the door? Can you take that? Can you handle this? You always can answer something like je le fais. Je fais ça. Je vais le faire. You see, there are so many French expressions with faire. I can't list all of them. But you have the main ones. And above all, you have an insight of the mindset with which we use faire. And that's important. So if you want to go further with French verbs and how to use them, you can get a free masterclass that covers all ER verbs, all IR verbs with all the exceptions, and the main irregular verbs. The link for this masterclass is in description. And this episode is actually an extract of the masterclass, with useful examples and tips to print conjugation patterns in your memory and get the French verbs ready to use in your mind. So if you like it, it's free and the link is in description. And don't forget to subscribe and see you for the next lesson.